What's up, guys? This is a another video of Xplane, and this is a flight from PHNL to PHKO, and basically I'll be trying to commentate as much as I can. If I go silent, it's just because I'm either concentrating or completely forgot to speak about something. As you know, this is the Zibo 737 mod, and it's free, as most of you know if you guys are watching this video. But hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'm just trying some new stuff out. Obviously it's just to see for now, and yeah, hopefully it goes well. And sorry if you guys can hear some background noise or my keyboard or anything like that, my mouse. My mic is quite sensitive, so let's just get right into it. So it's a short flight. Shouldn't take that long, hopefully. And watch me just hop around every place. Part ground, battery standby, iris. And then one's down, and then 50 up to 11,000. 10 our packs. And then have our navigation light to steady. I mean our and something is BPM. And that's see, I messed something up already. Well, cause yeah. Haha. Alright. Cool. Let's get that. This. Obviously I do things out of order. If that triggers you, I'm so sorry. This and that. Stick shaker. And then I just do the
Flight slow.
GWS.
Pull up. Wind shear.
Let's hide that.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Cool.
Terrain. Terrain.
Gonna
Pull
hop in
up.
here to the
Obstacle.
FMC
Obstacle.
position,
Pull up.
or PHNL to at 32. Just gonna grab our GPS location. Hit our route. Origin is PHNL. PHKO. Throw that in there. Flight number, we're Delta, I think. I don't even know. We'll do 15. Runway 08 left. Have the autofill for us. Reserves 0.6. Cost index is 60. Cruising at 11,000. And then cruise winds. Just gonna look that up real quick. So 145.45 at what's that, 8. Ice deviation. We'll just do 14. And then well, it's 11 degrees C, so let me just throw that in, actually. There you go. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. And then what is it? Execute. Outside temperature is 32. According to weather, it is 32. Awesome. So let's do that. Flaps. Takeoff. CG. They're on our B speeds here. Departing the Poly 2 departure with the Lin transition. Routes. Activate that. Execute. Takeoff. Now we have our runway with our runway length, and then we'll just throw this off. 135. Put this in here. back to here. Check the legs, vectors, land poly. Cool, awesome. PHKO. I'm doing the Vicky 18 with the Lin transition to the Ellison 17. And we don't have a whip. Yeah, basically that is fine. Wait, let me check. Cool, altitude constraint. Legs. Check this if it all makes sense. Vectors, Lin, Zilla, which is there. Tammy to Vicky to Egypt to runway 17. Okay, cool. And I use 4Flight for most of my stuff, and I mean, obviously they're probably not the most correct flights from here to there, but it's using standard departures and standard arrivals, so stars and SIDS for majority of them. And yeah, I do change the altitudes. They might not be realistic, but you know, it's all just for the flight sim in general. And it's always nice to check what I guess what the FMS wants and can do. Cool, so we'll just start our passenger loading. We got 1 minute in the RS. It's not too bad. And then we can start our APU here. Just do this, low pressure, cool. Throw this on. Awesome. Oh, hopefully my stuff is correct. Oh, I might have forgotten to blend it, both, that's fine. No, LED. Oh, maybe I did change these. Back, hardware. Ellison, yeah. Off, general configuration. Ah, that's, yeah. Borrow. Hide. Show is fine. Chalk can start off.
Guys, the lead is on board.
Detailed. And that's fine. Cool. Hopefully it's not this loud. Alright, volume saved. Alright. With the quick save. And then yeah, it's fine. So weather at PHNL, I don't think I can really pull it up, but actually there might be. Here's all my plugins configuration. So this is accurate. 040, 16 gust, 28, 10 statute miles, view at 2,500, scattered 4,000. Sounds about right. Altimeter is 2998 with remarks here. As such, A02 stands for what kind of precipitation can be read at the airport. Peak winds, we have 040 at 28 to 210 to 48. I don't know, there's no way, but it might be. Unless I completely read that wrong. 040. From 210. You know, I'm not too sure. I have to refresh myself on that. And yeah, sea level pressure, and then actual temperature and actual dew point. So that's good. 32 is what we have. So 2998. Throw this into here. Listen to here. Whoop. Check that. Yep. And then our iris is positioned. Turn our APU on. Turn our bleed on. Sounds good. Climbing to 11,000. I have no ATC, so I kind of just go my cleared altitude. It's technically not my cleared altitude, but it is my altitude that I'm cruising at. And if I do open the departure procedures for the Poly 2, that real quick. Poly 2, is there a top altitude? Poly 2 with Lin transition basically from poly intersection via PHNL radio 110 and Lin radio 290 to Lin vortex. So we either turn right or left to heading assigned by tower. Expect vectors to poly intersection maintain 5000 via the transition. Expect clearance to en route altitude / flight at the Lin vortex. So yeah, at Lin vortex, that's when I expect my 11,000. But for now, I just will fly. As soon as I get to 11,000, we're gonna just be chilling there. We're just assuming that I'm cleared the entire way through 11,000. So yeah, it's not too. I mean, it's pretty unrealistic. Depends on what traffic is, but it also could be pretty realistic in a way. So, except for that solid 5,000. And yeah, as I continue blabber on, let me just get everything. Pushback, pre-plan this. And since the winds favored 040, I mean, I could take off from 04 left, but actually the safest thing would be to do that just because of the gust factor and whatnot. So you do want a headwind as you take off. But let me just delete this and change my heading a bit. I just have to find wherever the runway is. Oh, well, that's awkward. You know what? Look for it after. I'll push back this way though. Direction here.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Awesome sauce. I'm just gonna check my flight plan here. Step, Toshi Lin, Tama, Vic. Yeah, okay, not too bad. And I guess just looking at the times here. 23:25. So if I do take off as fast as possible, we can get there by that time. Sounds pretty good. We'll just change this to 04 though. Hide the yoke, departure. Let me change that to 04. Okie dokie. 04 left. And just request a pushback.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Awesome, awesome. Just gonna turn these on. That's fine until the tow comes. Check my upper panel. Just the GPU generator. Disconnect GPU now. And let me just look at a taxi chart real quick so I know where we'll be taxiing to. So Zulu, Delta, Delta Foxtrot. Zulu, Delta, Delta Foxtrot. Okay.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
So this is our taxi here. Zulu, Delta, cross runways right, left to Delta, and then we'll go on to Foxtrot here and hold short 04 left.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
04 left, so just plug in. Though the course doesn't really matter, is this just if I do have to make an emergency, I don't have to remember to turn those. It's mainly the heading knob that you're trying to go for. But yeah, since we're doing the departure, might as well just throw in the radios that we're falling out, because that makes more sense to do that. Departure, probably 2. Go 110 from PHNL, so I don't think it really matters, but we'll throw that in there. Let me change. Is this Honolulu's VR? No. 114.811. With Lynn as 117.7, so do that and then throw this one in to it's 254 290, my bad. 290 to the course knob. And we're ready for pushback. I just gotta do a few more things. So you don't have to really do this, but it's just extra work to kill time, I suppose. 5/15/25, and then next page. It's just me entering waypoints. I'm sure other people have done it in their videos, or if you already know how to do that, just I mean, you're putting in the VR name, and then you're just adding the distance to it, or you can also add radios, which, as you can see, your radio / distance and whatnot. But whoops, I put in the wrong one. It is actually KOA, and there it is. We'll just do /5/15/25. Cool. And just go back to legs. Let me just release the parking brake here.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Alright. On both here. That's good. We'll turn off our packs, and then we'll start our 2-engine. Down here. Our stop valve open, low oil pressure gauge, engine's running, waiting for 25 to inject fuel here, the idle position. This flight overall is 22 minutes actually, so it's not that bad, just the startup and whatnot. We are expecting a headwind of 6 knots, and so there's the auto. Start engine 1 now. And 2 splitting up. Fuel flow here. Oil pressure gauge is rising. Oil temperature, can't really see it, but 25, which is around the fuel. Just gonna go, run some checklists, pushback, transponder as needed. We'll do, if I ever do get ATC or something, put it on TAR, so that's good. Now we can start our Gen 1, Gen 2 APUs. Hydraulic pumps come on, we can turn off this. Turn on our packs, turn off our bleed, and then set isolation valves to auto here. Turn this to generator 1, and then the try. So yaw damper comes on, that's good. And we have our engine check completed there. Now we have our, not our, but our hydraulic pressure here. And then once I'm done with the pushback, I'll check the flight controls. So that's good, that's good. Back, engine start, pack switches are off, that's good. Sequence, yep. Ground, yep, that's good, that's good. Sorry, that's, yep. The engine is done.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
For taxi. So, park brake.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
We don't have icing in Hawaii. Pack switches are on auto isolation valves. Auto bleed is off, which it is continuous. Step 1 to idle, that is good. Got equipment, we're waiting for that, and wait till it's clear. Can start our flaps. But for now we can check our flight controls. Elevator. Ailerons. Rudder. And then our speed brake. Our spoilers. Light spoilers. Cool.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Let's turn this off. Clear. 1, 2, 3. Down to 5, flight controls, and we get the signal, and we checked our flight controls, we just clear that here, and waiting for our flaps to extend Marino. Then like I said, we're at Zulu, onto Alpha? Oh man, plates, next way. Where's Delta at? Oh, there's Delta. Zulu Delta. Sierra Delta. Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Taxi's good. Answers. Map. Awesome. Alright. Taxi light on. This is good. Lights are checked. That's good. And then we can begin our roll here. Just like to check I've done everything right before I start rolling. Here's Delta, Alpha crosses across. It's Delta holding short 08. We'll assume we're cleared to cross. I don't want to turn the lights on, but you should turn all your lights on before you cross the runway. Look left and right, as you know, so that people can see you. And then it just messes up with like the audio in the back when I flick all the lights on. They just go crazy. So it's best that I just keep the lights as they are. Taking it on to Delta for Foxtrot here. Delta, here's Foxtrot on our right. See by the destination taxiways. No crazy taxi, which is kind of nice. We'll zoom out. Delta, what, 14, 15? One of those. As you can see by our little map thing, a very helpful avi-tab for taxing and whatnot. Here's the taxiway line to indicate the hold short's coming up. And here's our hold short line. So, just gonna throw on the lights. We don't really need these. We'll leave that off for now, but we'll turn this on to that. Low can stay off. It's day. I'm rolling a bit. Turn that off. Let me go home. Checklist. I don't think there is a take. Oh, there is. Okay, yeah. This is the right one. It's good. Strobe light is on. Other lights as needed. Transponder set to, yeah, and this is a good time to set it to this. We can start our timer. And fixed lights on, yeah, thrust levers to 40 and 1. After engine stabilized, toggle switch. Okay. All up here. We have our projected takeoff up to 40. Stabilized at 40, looks good. I'm just gonna throw in power here. Just throw it in.
80 knots.
80 knots, cross check.
V1 rotate. Positive rate.
Got some crazy. Nice one, gear up.
400.
400 feet. That's good. That's for if there's an emergency.
1000.
1000. Good climb rate. And gears up. Set off now. So in reality, you would intercept the 110 and or get vectored to the 110 here and follow the SID. We're on autopilot for now. LNAV, VNAV, good. Both FEs are on and auto throttle on. This plane's gonna pitch down, get up speed to 230, can throw our flaps up now. This can come off, flaps are indicating off, good. And then the plane is going to, once the flaps are completely retracted, go up to 250 after you come out the climb here. So I can actually just throw that off. Awesome. We see our top of climb here coming up, 11,000, most likely get there, as the green bar, the green arch indicates our climb, so when we'll reach 11,000. Roll mode, select our very flaps retracted, yep, good, VNAV is set, autopilot is good, starter engines are good, auto brake is off. Once I get to 11,000, that's usually when I'll turn off the continuous, and I'm already in the map mode, so that's kind of what this row mode is. If I can go back, yeah, it is. So that's good. Just go back here. Passenger sign is set. We're staying below 18,000. We'll just stick with 2998
1,000 to go.
as cross checked, and we're top percent. So approaching 11,000. 10,000, turn our lights, come off. Good so far. once we stabilize here. And awesome. Off-road at work, very convenient. 295. Oh, sweet. So now if we look at our navigation, we have our rings 5, 15, 25, and so forth. So currently following to Keāhole at 11,000. Our main cruise anyways. Then Roshi, Lynn, Zilna, and then Tammy, Becky, Egypt, and our back down to our runway. So pretty standard flight. Let me just open up some charts here. Procedures approach. As we get closer, I'll brief the wow, geez, the approach plate. Drawing a blank. Check this. Whoop. Change the header. 9. And yeah, now we just kind of wait and chill, sit in the back if my keybinds still work, which they do. Very convenient. It is pretty cloudy outside, so I guess this kind of makes sense. And there's light rain at Maui. I have a Hawaiian livery, but it uses the audio from United, I believe. So when it's talking, it does all the United things. I wish it, yeah, I don't know how to customize that, so I don't really touch things, audio files and whatnot. I don't really mind it. Flying the livery is fine though. 146 at 9. That is Molokai. No, that might be Molokai. Molokai, Lanai, and then past there is Maui. Terrain, just picking up lowest to highest here, where it's searching. Scanning. I'm a pretty new YouTuber, so sorry for the bad quality videos. I'm not trying to make a profit from YouTube. I got a new computer recently, and I enjoy playing games, but also do things outside. And when I was younger, I always wanted to make some YouTube videos. So now it's it's possible with my new computer. And yeah, if they're not, I'm not trying to get big or anything, but it's just something to pass time, I guess. So, at this point, yeah, in the cruise, if you're using autopilot, there really is no reason to be looking at anything else. It is good to set up though eventually for send. So Forecast altitude. Well, we're at. We're descending down to 2,500, I believe. What's this? To 1,500, yeah. So what I kind of want to do is just have 5,000 here. And then I go to winds aloft for PHKO. I just look at 5,000. So it's gonna be at 0.95 at really low. It's just gonna be 8. Just throw that in there. Do 3,000. And that's just gonna be 0.90 at 7. And the rest you can't really assume, but it's just to help the descent. It just helps calibrate, I believe, the with speed, and helps the plane know in advance like what it can expect. Cool. So, is this cloudy? Maybe it's this cloudy. I'm not too sure. Who knows? Xplane weathers always likes to, or NOAA weather always likes to add clouds in crazy places. Let me look at. Oh, it's definitely cloudy. Oh yeah, because there is that hurricane on the move here, so that makes sense. Spotty clouds here and there, and Big Island is actually going to be, I guess, in a flash flood for the next couple of days. I don't think it is going to hit Oahu, but we will get that residual rain and, you know, the winds from it. So yeah, go back to lakes here. Progress. $23.40, not too bad. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up. Oh, that's awesome. It's gonna be 117. Oh, maybe not. Maybe, yeah. Oh, I think in most airlines you don't really use VNav. You use the speeds, altitude, level change, and altitude hold, such. I don't think people tend to just use VNav unless, I don't know, I'm not too sure. I feel like you're always going to be changing things. It might be just easier to just leave it in a more manageable mode. So once we pass Selma, I would just brief us on the approach. So now technically we're on the Vicky 8, I believe, the Vicky 8 arrival. So starting from Lynn, which we just passed, we're currently going to Zilna, and then we'll be going to Tammy, which is our basically, I would say, oh no, that's just our intersection down to the approach course. And we'll approach Ellison 17. Tammy's our IAF, and then we'll basically latch onto the localizer and head straight into there. Vicky being our intermediate fix, and then Egypt being our final approach fix. So yeah. And this is technically vectored in because I don't really want to choose a different point in the approach procedures here, so it's just transition from Lynn to Vicky 8 with the ILS 17 with vectors to final approach course. Since we're getting close there, I can actually start putting in the frequency for the ILS. 09, I mean localizer 1097, 1097. Approach course is 174, and I'll throw that in now. Whoop. Here it is. Airport elevation is 47, so that's why I put 50. And the TDZ, which is the touchdown zone elevation, 47 as well. I guess that's pretty cool. The runway is 11,000 feet, so that's, was that a mile, a 1.9 miles, about 1.8 miles. So So in this game, usually it likes you to go down to the glide slope intercept, which is the 1,500, which is Egypt actually, or the final approach fix, Egypt in this case. I'm not too sure why, but the FMS enjoys it way more. I guess because these are descending altitudes. So it's assumed that you're on a constant descent down to 1,500, which makes sense because, you know, unless you're doing, say, a non-precision approach, you're gonna be, you know, leveling off here and there. But with a precision approach, you're going straight down to the final approach fix, and at that point, you either go a mist or you continue. And this thing is what Cat 3 certified, so it's fine down to zeros, down to minimums, and yeah. Technically, if you can see any part of the runway markings, runway edge lights, mouths, reels, then, you know, PAPI, you're able to land on the runway. That is if you feel confident enough. So, almost approaching our deceleration down to 240 with our top of descent here coming up. Excuse me. And So our minimums for this approach, as I'd say, 247 feet with half statute mile. Or also 200 RBR, same thing. And then ATIS at the airport. Let's go there. Weather. It's 200 at 1 at 11 knots. So this is the best we can do here at this runway, or at this airport, due to the fact that it only has, you know, 17 and 35. 10 statute miles. The altimeter is 2988, indicating low pressure. That's just because that current storm's incoming from the east, so low pressure is pretty prevalent with storm cells like that, of that nature in general. We'll just do this, 288. 288. So we begin our descent here. Down again. We have the required RMP. Actual RMP is 0.04, so that is good. Go back here. Descent. Whoop. Approach. Technically not there yet, so 147. Throw this in. And with 30, we're not that heavy, and the runway is long enough, so this is fine. One correction, we do have 11 knots, so +5 is okie dokie. So what are we looking at? 132. We'll just do 140. Even though that's way more fast enough. Actually, we can just do 137. So our VREF can be
slow descent at this time. We would like to ask you to return to your seats, fasten up your seatbelts for the duration of the flight. Been a pleasure having you on board with us. Thanks for flying with Delta today. I can fly attendants. Go ahead and prepare the cab for our arrival, please.
So we'll see how my landing is. You know, I don't play Xplane too much. It's been a pretty long time. It should be okay though. Who knows? I hand fly it only for takeoffs. For landings, I do take it off below minimums. But yeah. Hope this video won't be too freakishly long. Our vertical path here, now lateral. And Tammy, where it's supposed to be. Tammy is. Doesn't tell me what Tammy is supposed to be at. Let me check. Procedures, arrivals, 9. Well, I'm descending through Tammy. It's fine. Below 3,000 by the time we hit Vicky, since that is an altitude restriction there. So I think this should be okay. Airport's right around there in that bald spot. That is true. I did not turn that on. Taxi light on. Why not? Ascending. Turn that on. Everything else is good. Off the terrain radar. .150 is the limit on the first flap, degree 1. So we have lots of time to kill anyways. Now I'm going to be switching to the ILS frequency. .109.7 with 174, 174, be 174, 1,500, and then so we have our localizer here. For us to pass this. Localizer is alive. Slowly but surely I'll get there. Can turn this to approach mode. See our CDI line. Down to it's good. Glide slope is still above us. We're 15 degrees for now. So, here comes. Or in this. Have the localizer. It's gonna lock the localizer here, our VRR localizer. Now it's gonna track the localizer instead of following the lateral navigation here. It's just gonna swing us to the point with 174. Now our glide slope is active. And it is live. Currently below our glide slope, so just wait for that. This. I just kind of wait for it to get a little bit, you know, more alive than it's now. Ten knots ahead one. It's fine. So then just throw in approach mode. Here comes down. Speed brake is armed. Three greens, gears down. Cool, awesome. We don't have it captured yet. We're about to be captured. and glide slope is captured. MCP speed is now manageable. And that also means we can change this to our missed approach altitude, which is 5,000. And we can turn on our autopilot Bravo. So if we do have to go missed approach, it's climb to 460, doing a straight out, then a climbing left turn to 5,000 to the radio tune at the Keāhole radio 294 to the intersection Andes, and we'll do a holding pattern there if that is necessary. Alright, so missed approach procedure has been briefed. PA system. Runway is in sight. And 139. Let's do our flaps here. And auto brakes into this. We're at 30 here. We gain more lift as you put down flaps at a slower speed. Well, in general, you gain lift from putting down your flaps. Plus increased drag. So the plane is compensating for that. As we continue on.
Thank you so much. We'll be landing shortly.
Just missed that, but I don't have any other views. I thought I did. Oh. Yikes. So I just jumping all around. I'm on the wrong side of the plane. But yeah. Sure. That's in. That's correct. This is good. Here's our auto land activating with dual channel basically. So you'll see this change up here. Landing Cat 3. Well, that's both flight directors and both autopilots are active at this point. So, I actually haven't landed at this airport in a long time. Wasn't a long flight, 32, about 35 minutes of flight time.
1,000 feet, stabilized, missed approach altitude set.
1,000 feet, missed approach altitude is set. 5,000 here. And 800. So like turn off auto throttle. Kind of flight it now.
400. Approaching minimums.
Approaching minimums.
300.
At minimums.
Minimums.
And continuing call out.
200.
Technically have to follow the glide slope anymore at this point, but you should. It's good practice.
100.
But basically at this point we turn to
50,
whoa.
40, 30, 20.
That's my bad landing skills here at play. Left wheel touch. Back pressure. Just back on center line here. Oof. That was a big
80 knots.
80 knots and reversers are stowed. Manual braking, slow us down. And then we can roll to the put our flaps up. Just gonna get off the runway here. Yeesh. Yeah. This is what, my third time flying this plane in a really long time. I've been playing a lot of DCS. Flying a F-15 and an A-10 is a lot different than flying a 737. Cool. Wait here. Just clean the plane up. That on real quick. Turn this off. Let directors come off. We can close that. Start our APU. 2, 3. Starting. That's good. That's fine. And yeah, you always have someone like going around after landing. Auto brakes, off, speed lower, rotate, yeah, exterior lights, yeah. Radar is off. Turn that off. Oh, transponder as needed. Just listen to TA. Cool. We're just gonna taxi to a thing because there is no terminals at this airport. We'll just park here. Well, we're a little bit over the line, but you know that's okay. That's okay. We'll just throw the reversers on. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So this on. Oh, wrong one. Whoop. Wrong one. That's good. Let's come off. Engines are still running, so that nice shut off there. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, that's pretty impressive. I applaud you. Because yeah, you know, Xplane videos aren't for everybody. And I mean, and plus, who likes to see only like islands and stuff? Nobody really. And bad landings. I forgot to add that on. But yeah, here it goes. Oof. That flare in. What a nice touchdown. It was kind of hard, yeah. Because I guess when you land the F-15, you kind of do the aerial braking, so aerodynamic braking, and maybe that's why I land like that. I don't know. It's a possibility. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hope you guys come around.